Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. You know, the other day I showed you how you could take your rubber stamps or your acrylic stamps, stamp them out, put offsets around them, color them with markers or color them in your computer, and I'll have that linked right up above for you. But anyway, today I'm going to show you how you can find clip art on the internet that you can add these really cool borders to and print then cut. Now, on the left is one that is print then cut. Notice the registration marks. On the right is one I'm simply going to cut out with scissors. This will demonstrate to you that even if you don't have a machine, you can still add beautiful offsets to clip art and cut them out. So this one I'm going to go ahead and put off to the side, and this one I'm just going to begin cutting with scissors. I'm going to start with the little hedgehog guy. And once I get him cut out, I decided, you know what I should do is continue cutting. And this time, after the hedgehog is done, I'm going to start my portrait machine doing the print then cut, and I'll continue cutting clip art from this sheet just to see how much quicker it is with the machine. Although, as I said, if you don't have one, having the free version of the software will allow you to put offsets on things, and then it will give you a line on which you can cut. So let me finish this guy up. Okay, as I said, I finished the hedgehog, and now that he's done, I'm starting my portrait over there, and it's going to not only cut out the hedgehog but all of these other ones while I continue to do it manually. And I just want to get an idea of just how fast that thing is. And once it's done, I'll show you the finished clip art, and then I'm also going to go back in time and show you how I got these ready, where I found them from Creative Fabrica. And by the way, there's some really cool ones that I'll show you that are free for Christmas. And if you're in my Patreon class, we're going to do something extra special with this free download on this Sunday in October. So I'd love you to download this free version so you can work along with me as we have our Patreon class. If you're interested in joining our Patreon class, I have classes that are twice a week. No, I'm sorry. They're twice a month through the month of October, November, and December, and it's only $5 per month. So you get 2 classes each month. So basically each class is $2.50, and they're in-depth, and they're on Zoom, and you can ask questions, share your screen, chit-chat with the rest of us. We're a friendly group, and we love having new people join us. So if you're not a member yet, feel free to join us. Come this Sunday. Well, sign up first so you get the link, and then come this Sunday and I'll show you something extra special that we're going to learn how to do with clip art. So this is almost catching up, I think. The other machine, oh, yep, it's done. So I'm going to go grab it and bring it over so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so not only did it cut out the hedgehog, it cut out everything else, and I still had quite a ways to go. But they cut out beautifully. I just added those cute little offsets. These would be really cute on cards. I love the little snail, and the mushrooms are adorable too. They're all cute. So like I said, I'll have the link for you down below. I don't know that these are free, but if y'all got that special pricing not too long ago, you can grab them there. But I do know the Christmas ones are free. So let's check out now how I do this. Okay, here's the free Christmas clip art, and you can see what it looks like. You get the black and white versions and the colored in version, and this is the one we're going to do something special with on Sunday in our Patreon class. So those of you in Patreon, please download this and have it unzipped and ready to go. For today's tutorial, I'm using this one called Cute Autumn, and I'll have it linked below again for you. All you have to do is say download, and it'll start to download it right here for you as a zip file. You'll double click on that to open it, and then you'll have to say extract. And I usually leave this button checked, show extracted files when complete. I'm not going to redo that because I've already done it, so I'll cancel that. Then I'm going to go back to Silhouette, and here they are brought in, but I'm going to, let's see, delete. I'm going to go ahead and delete this page actually. Do I want to save? No. Okay, so now there's the hedgehog. Let me get rid of him. All right. Okay, here I am in Silhouette, and I'm simply going to open up my file down here and kind of minimize it so it'll fit on the screen and I can see it. So then I can just start going through here and picking these and bringing them over. And the one I want to get is the PNG style file. Notice it says item type PNG when I hover over it. The first one in each pair of images is a JPEG item. We don't want that. We want the PNG. So you just drag it over here and it comes over. I've already dragged some over earlier. So let's go back to this again. And let's see what else. Do we want to drag over? I don't remember what mushrooms I have. Okay. I really think this mushroom is cute. Drag that over. And this green one. Remember, I'm getting this second one in the row, because that's the one that is the PNG file. The orange, I guess I'll get, I don't want corn. I'll get this leaf. I don't think I have it yet. And this leaf. And this leaf. Whoops. If you put something right on top of something else, look what it does. It changed it into that item. So I want to undo that. There we go. So I'll show you what I did. Let me duplicate this hedgehog, and I'll show you what happened. So I came over here again and got this, opened this. What I did was I took, let's say, this ear of corn and stuck it over top of that hedgehog, and look what it does. Or if I take this leaf and put it over top. Okay, so make sure you don't put it directly over top of something else. So I'll just bring in a few more things. Maybe this leaf. Don't want to drop it over top of anything, remember. And that leaf, oh no, that's the JPEG. I want the PNG. There. See, if you don't put it directly over top and just overlaps a little bit, it's okay. But if it's directly over top, it's when you have an image. These mushrooms are pretty cool. And do I have any of the snails? I think I might, but I'll double check. Oh, here we go. And I'll bring this guy in right there. Hopefully he'll be fine. Okay, so let's close this up now and see what we have. See if I have any duplicates, because I wasn't paying real good attention. So I have this, 2, 3. Could probably use another hedgehog. Probably don't need 3 of these. I'm going to get rid of that one. And let's see. Yeah, I could probably use another hedgehog. So let me get that. Here, I'm not in the zipped file. I need to go back again to where I was. The unzipped folder. There it is. There it is. Okay, so what did I have? A red one? So what other colors are there? The green. I'll get the green. Remember the second one? There we go. And maybe even the brown one for now. Okay. All right, so we have a nice assortment of things. I'm going to make them all about the same size. So as you know, I'm going to, and they're really, really big. So I'm going to just grab them all. And the way I know that is look at my mat right here. So I'm just going to make them really small, grabbing them all together like that. Then I can bring them down, and then I can scroll in on my mat to get a better view of what we got. And one more time. Okay. All right. So what I want to do with this clip art now is I want to be able to cut these with my machine. I don't want to just have to cut them by hand. However, like I said in the beginning, in the intro, you certainly can cut them by hand, and you can make yourself a little line that'll help you know where to cut them if you put an offset on them. So I'm kind of spacing them a little bit. Okay. That looks pretty good to me, although it's not an even number. Maybe I should get one more to make it an even number. So let's get one more. One more. This. What might we want to get? How about this darker green mushroom? There we go. Oh, not that one though. See, you know how I can tell that's the JPEG? Look at the box around it. We don't want that one. I'll put it back. We want this one that's the PNG that's already transparent background. Make it a lot smaller so it kind of matches the other ones. All right. Okay, there. Now we have a nice selection of images, and this would be a great thing to make for a sticker sheet as well. Okay. Now, to put offsets on these, you can put an offset on all of them at one time by getting them all like this, coming over to the offset panel, which is the star over here, and just say offset. And that's actually a pretty nice size offset. So what I would probably do right now while the offsets are selected is change the offset color to white. And that's perfect, just like that. Now, the only other thing you might want to do is to go ahead and put a little bit of a line color on that offset, especially if you're using this for Cricut Design Space. So I like to make it like a gray, a medium gray, and maybe give it a point size of a 0.5. So that's barely going to show. All right, so now we need to actually go in and group these things together. So I'm going to click on the offset and the image and hit Control G, and that makes it a group. See, right now if I move this, it's not grouped, but if I go grab both of these and hit the Control on my keyboard and the G is in group, that groups just those two together. So I'm just going through here quickly, grabbing both things, Control G. Okay, now let's just assume that you're not using a machine at all to cut this stuff. What you can do then, if you're just going to cut these by hand, is come up here to the page setup, and for machine, say none. None. And for cutting mat, none. And you're going to use a letter size piece of paper. And you can show your print border to make sure you don't put your stuff outside of that. So what I would then do is just move these over here and just kind of put them on here as best I can. Whoa, I must not have grouped that one. Look at that. See what happens if you don't have it grouped. And you can turn these around willy-nilly to try to get more of them to fit. I don't want any of their offsets overlapping, and I can see those since I put that little light color border on there. So if I twirl him around a little bit, I can probably get this leaf to fit up in there. Just barely. So again, I'm just trying to make sure that their offsets aren't touching. And their offset is not going outside of the border either. Okay. I'm really surprised. I think I'm going to get all these to fit. I can even make this one a little smaller if I want to. So I can get this one to fit in there. Okay, I'm going to scroll way in to see if it looks like any of the offsets are touching any of the other offsets. So this one looks like it's touching a little bit, so I'll move it up. That's good, that's good, that's good. Good, good. This is touching a little bit. I'll move it over to the right a little bit. That's good. Good. Oh, this is going outside the border a little bit. See if I can move it in. And move this guy just a hair. It's good. This is almost touching. I'll move it down. Move it over. Okay, these two are touching. What if I flip him horizontally? That fixed it. And these two are almost touching, but not quite. Okay, so all I would do on this one now, if I was going to use this and I don't have a Cameo or a portrait or a Cricut machine, all I can do right now is just go up here, go to File, Print, and here's what it's going to do. It's going to print the whole page just like this, that I will have to manually cut. Okay, I'm going to cancel that and show you the difference now. If you have a machine, you can put on the registration marks. So for my portrait, I'll probably come over here and do a custom size, because for my portrait, the width is 8.3 by 11. So I'll change that for my custom. All right, so now is when I'm going to come over here and put on my registration marks. Now notice a lot of my things are going outside of the cut area. So I'm going to try something once. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to ungroup all of this and then select everything. Then I'm going to come down here to this thing that's the nesting panel and click on that. And I'm going to say for rotations, I'll change that to 4. And I'll say nest. So we'll see if it can twirl them around and make them all fit. And not really, they're not all fitting, because obviously they're not. So I'm going to go undo. Sometimes that works really well and sometimes it doesn't. So I'll just get rid of a few of these things that I don't care if they print, oopsie, on this first one. So get rid of that. And that. Make him a little smaller. So I don't know if it'll fit now. Let's see if we nest now what happens. Nest. Okay, now they easily, well, almost easily fit. There's still one that's on top of everything else. So let's see, what do we want to remove? Don't really want to remove anything. I'll make this one smaller also. And now let's try it one more time. Nest. And see, do they all fit now? Yes, everything's fitting now perfectly. Nothing's overlapping anything else. So now what I would do for this one is to go ahead and print it. And I'll go to File and Print. And I'll look at the print preview. It looks great. So I'd say Print and Continue on. Now, if I was using Cricut Design Space, what I'd probably do is this. I know how big of an area I can print and cut with Cricut Design Space. And I know that size is 9.25 tall by 6.75 wide. Okay, so that's how big of an area I have for Cricut Design Space. So not all of those are totally going to fit that way, but I think if I go ahead and grab all these, oops, not that. If I grab all these things and group them, I can bring them over top of here. I'll send the blue to the back, and I'll bring these guys on top. So as you can see, they're not really going to fit, so I need to make them a little smaller. Like that. And then these should fit for Cricut Design Space on a print then cut, just like this. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is move this blue thing out. I'm going to select this, go File, Save Selection to hard drive, and I'll just name it Fall Stickers. And I'm going to save it as a Cricut Design Space file, so I'll save it as a JPEG. Mind you, you won't be able to do this unless you have the business edition, which is a one-time fee. Links below. Okay, so let's do this. Say OK. Leave these numbers as they are. Say Save, and then open Cricut Design Space. Now, this should fit 6.352. Looks like it got a little bit too wide. I might have to skinny it down just a little bit. Because remember what we said the file sizes were for Cricut Design Space. I'll upload this. We said it cannot be any bigger than 6.75 by 9.25. So let's check it out and see what we have. So I'm going to go to that folder. I think I put it, nope, not that one. Here it is. And here. And there it is, Fall Stickers. And I'll say, click on this and say Complex and Continue. And again, we're going to have to make sure that our nice offset stays on these. So I'm going to try it first just where it is and see what happens. And that didn't mess up any of the offsets. They all stayed on perfectly. There's some little places I need to get in between. That's beautiful. So now I could say Continue. And there they are. And Save. So now I'll bring these, insert these. And that's going to work because look, we don't have that little warning over here. And if you're wondering, is it really going to cut around the outer edge of that offset? Just come down here to where it says Blank Canvas, click on that to highlight it, and then come up here to where the color swatch is and change it to a color. And then that allows you to see the white around there, and that's what's going to be cut. So if we go to make it, it's all going to fit on one print and cut sheet, just like that. Isn't this a terrific program to use for your Cricut? I mean, really. So let's go back over here to Silhouette. And again, if I was really wanting to use these, I would just cut these. First, I'd print them. And after it's printed, I would put this on my mat with this little dark square up in the upper left-hand corner. Then I would simply come up here to Send, and notice where the lines are. It's going to cut the inner edge and the outer edge, which is not what we want. So remember, all you have to do is highlight those and come over here, and rather than it saying Cut, you make it say Cut Edge. And that's how easy that is. So again, here are the finished products. I think they turned out super cute. They'd be great for someone who does homeschooling, someone who just likes to decorate. You could make these out of stickers. You could put them on cards. What else? Matching games for kids if you're a homeschool parent or a teacher. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me, you guys. It was a lot of fun. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified when I go live. Thanks again. Bye.